Welcome again to Runtime Stories. Today we will learn all about arithmetic operators in Java. Let us start by creating a main.java file. Let us open this with Genie. Write the standard boilerplate code for any simple Java program. What are arithmetic operators in Java? Most arithmetic operators in pretty much any programming language is the same as what we use in mathematical operations in real life. For example, we use plus for addition, then hyphen for subtraction. For multiplication, instead of a small x, we use the asterisk symbol, that is the star symbol on your keyboard. And for division, we use the slash symbol. There is also another arithmetic operator called modulus, which we can use by putting the percentage symbol. Now we will show you some real examples of using these arithmetic operators. Let's declare and initialize two integer variables. Let's name it int a and int b, and also assign some values. Here I am initializing int a with the value 10 and int b with the value 5. Before explaining arithmetic operators in deep, first I will show you the output of both a and b. Let's write system.out.print. Now if we run this program, what will happen? As we have learned in the previous videos, it will just show output, value of a and value of b on the console. Let us do that. It is showing 105, but is it actually 105? No, it is actually 10 and 5. Since we have not added any space here, it is just printing us 10 and 5 together without any space. So even though it looks like 105, it is actually output 10, 5. To prove that, I will just add a space here. Now let's compile and run the program again. So it's now printing output, value of a space and value of b. Alright. I have explained you in the previous video that while printing something on console, we can use a plus symbol to separate different data. For example, we can separate output a, the space and b using plus symbols, right? Because this plus symbol is also used for another function that is called string concatenation. In string concatenation, we can join together different strings. For example, this output is a string. The value of a can be printed as a string, and the space is also printed as a string. So this plus symbol is actually doing string concatenation. How to inform Java that we are going to perform an arithmetic operation. So let's say we want to print the value of a plus b. What is a plus b? 10 plus 5, that is will be 15, right? So if you want to do actual arithmetic operation, we can either remove all these strings and print only a plus b. Let's compile it and run it. So we are getting the value as 15. But what if we also want to print some string along with this? For this, we can open new parenthesis, and inside that we can write a plus b. Now if we print it, it will print output 15. By now you will be able to know what a minus b this is, right? It will just print the value of a minus b, that is 10 minus 5, that is 5. Now a star b, what it will print? Since we use this symbol for multiplication, it will print value of 10 by 5, that will be 50. For division, there is the slash symbol. So 10 by 5, it will be 2. 5 is a perfect multiple of 10. That's why we got a correct answer 2. But what if, instead of dividing the value of a with a perfect multiple, what if we divide with an imperfect multiple? For example, let's do one thing. Let's change the value of a to 12. What is 12 by 5? It will be 2.4. But will it be able to print 2.4? Let's test. No, it is still printing 2. Why? Because integers does not support decimal points. And since we are treating both a and b are integers, Java thinks that the output should be also an integer. It is pretty straightforward. We can change to float a and float b, and it will definitely print 2.4. Let's do that. See, now it is printing 2.4. We have lost a point for there, right? Now I will introduce you to the next arithmetic operator, that is modulus. Modulus is represented by this percentage symbol. What is modulus? What if we subtract the value of 5 until there is no 5 left to subtract? For example, if we subtract 5 from 12, it will be 7. If we subtract again, it will be 2. So, the quotient will be 2. And what will be the remainder? The remainder will be 2 as well, because 12 minus 10 will be 2. Like we use the slash symbol to see the quotient of a mathematical division, we can also use this modulus symbol to see the remainder. If we print like this, we can see only the quotient, right? So 12 by 5 quotient is 2. What is the remainder? To see the remainder, we can just replace this by this modulus symbol. So we will get the remainder. Remainder is 2. Now it could be confusing for you. For simplicity, I will change this to 10 and this to 3. So 3 by 3 is 9 and the remainder will be 1. If we compile this program and run, the output 1. Since we have used this percentage symbol, the output is 1. One very simple program that uses modulus operator that you can try is to find if a number is odd or even. For example, we know that the number 10 is even, right? If we do a modulus 2, what will be the answer? It will be 0. Since 10 is divisible by 2 and the remainder will be 0, you will get the answer as 0. 0. But if you put an odd number like 7, 7 is not perfectly divisible by 2. So there will be always be a remainder 1. Output 1. With this we can determine if a number is odd or even. Because modulus will help us to find the remainder of a number. And since we are dividing with 2 here, the remainder will be always 0 or 1. If it is 0, it is an even number. And if it is 1, it is an odd number. Pretty simple, right? We will explore some small programs like this in the future before moving into large programs. Well, that's about today's video. I'll see you in the next one.